All right, Capricorn, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for August 3rd through the 9th. My name is Athen. So we've got a lot of shifts and changes this week. We got 4 planets changing houses, Venus, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. We have a 3-way conjunction involving Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus, and a lot of squares from Saturn. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. The first thing is that this overall energy of the week is involving your ruler, Saturn, squaring up to Jupiter. So you guys should be feeling quite optimistic. I mean, this is where your ruler gets a nice aspect. Well, a square, but this is a benefic. It's aspected by a benefic, so you're seeing possibilities. You're seeing the, especially with maybe your work and career, So, this is about those deeper things. It's deeper connections. Let me go and back up to the beginning of the week here so you can see. The early part of the week, it's involving your relationships, okay? So you guys have had Jupiter transiting your 7th house of one-on-one relationships, connections, and hopefully you've expanded on that area of your life there. And now it's the serious energy where you can continue to see expansion there, but Saturn's saying, okay, if Jupiter's leaving, it's going into your 8th, so maybe you can, solidify that. Now if you want to have more of that enjoyment with relationships, maybe you got to, work hard at it or come out of your comfort zone a little bit or do some things there to really ground that part of your life. And that's a good energy to work with, especially because we are talking about your ruler here. And so that's going to be exact within 1 degree till Friday, but exact on Monday. So right out of the gates here in this week, I think wanting to expand, especially involving that alone time, spiritual time, maybe anything involving writing or communicating, since Jupiter does rule your 12th and your 3rd house, would be a good way to concretize this. But it's, the big picture for you, and it's definitely about your career, has been for many years, 2.5 years since the beginning of 2015. But now Saturn is in your 10th house through August. And so anything you guys want to finish up and really solidify and get grounded here with your career before he goes transiting into that 11th house of yours. So good week to continue with those goals and aspirations involving your 10th house of career right now at the moment. You're going to have a lot of fast-moving planets too, aspecting up to it, because we're going to have that 3-way conjunction between these 3 planets, and then they'll be squaring up to your ruler. So let's go and have a look at it. So that's Mondays, that's square exact with Jupiter, but that's going to be ongoing all week. Then Monday through Wednesday, Venus will be conjoining up to Jupiter. Excuse me. So Venus has been retrograde, and so hopefully you guys have been reflecting on your self-expression, redoing the way you express yourself, maybe the way you create things, redoing that work, the career stuff, whatever that's been. And here it's maybe paying more attention to the connection side of it, or sales, marketing, things like that, because 7th house, especially one of the career planets in there, has more to do with the career relationships, which is often clients and sales or business partnerships, things like that. So reflecting on that, maybe redoing some of those things. And through that, you'll find that there's certainly a lot of work to get done. There's a lot of hard work to be put into it, and that's a good way of approaching it with this, especially early part of the week. Then from about Wednesday through Friday, you got Mars trining up to Saturn. So you guys should be feeling quite motivated, quite inspired maybe to take care of that health, diet, and routine stuff, which has been Mars motivating you in that 6th house. But Mars will be shifting into that 7th house here on Friday. So that being said, those one-on-one connections, I think you will want to put in that energy. I think there is that assertiveness there to be brought into it for the next couple months. So intentions, long-term plans, long-term things, involving the 7th house would be a good way of working with that. And feeling probably quite grounded about home, family, and also about your groups and friendships on some level, since Mars rules those parts of your chart. So anyways, it's nice to have a motivating Mars who's not in the best sign in Cancer, but well aspected, trining up to your ruler to help you really get that fuel moving even more with career this week. So that's this later part of the week. Also, this later part of the week, Mercury goes over Venus, Jupiter, and then goes into that 8th. At the same time, Jupiter goes into your 8th. So Thursday, Friday time period, there's this definitive shift going from these one-on-one connections into the deeper side of things. So now you're going to have Jupiter in your 8th house for the next year, helping you expand on what's really meaningful to you in life, on the truth, on how to share more of yourself, how to be more vulnerable. And it can come quite easy with Jupiter. So it's nice to have that, because this is a very important part of life. Also, maybe to release yourself from debts, things that bind you, things you're attached to. That's going to be Jupiter helping you gain freedom in that particular area with those things that we are attached to, which is the 8th house. And so this early part, though, with Saturn there, it's, you might be taking it seriously, and that's good. Take it seriously. And then through that, Mercury will be going over there, going over Jupiter, Venus, stellium there, helping you really understand it, get very practical, right? So this is where you guys and everyone in general should be seeing the practical side of things, very realistic. Just try not to be too realistic, I've been saying to the other signs too, to where it becomes pessimistic. And for you, because it's mostly your ruler here, that's the emphasis, is try not to go, too much into the Mercury stuff, too much thinking, too much of that practical stuff, or not enough of it, could be another extreme. So wanting to understand more about the truth of life, what's really going on in the world. This is also with Jupiter in your 8th house for the next year, is sharing the message, sharing the truth of what's really going on in the world, piercing the veil of that stuff. And Mercury here can certainly help you communicate that and share that type of information. So that is that shift, and that shift is certainly of that 8th house for you. So let me go ahead and check everything. Let me make sure I've covered it. I want to make sure I don't leave any transits out. Yeah, so there's the shift into the 7th, but you're already quite passionate. There's a lot of intention. There's a lot of focus about one-on-one connections, sales, relationships, things of that nature, business in general, because it's so much relating to your career right now. And so that motivating Mars for the next two months, really put in that energy there. But the general gist for you guys is certainly this Jupiter going into the 8th, aspecting up to your ruler, help you even connect to your work so it's more meaningful. Be more truthful and transparent in your work, if you will. So, or at the workplace, or with legacy, or whatever it is you're leaving behind. This isn't just career in terms of what we produce. It's, it's our legacy. So, expansion there in the 8th house and getting very practical and real with it while continuing to reflect on self-expression and maybe now relationships and your career will go a long ways this week. All right, Capricorn, so have a nice week. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching. If you'd like a personal reading, please get in touch, and I'll talk to you all next time. Take care.